Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold on a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you got planned? We still haven't got...
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't...
You're surprised, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out. Exactly. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the... You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug-of-war.
Whew.
Anyway, the
Paimon has a question. So, does that mean that the Carians were to the...
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with... Still.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you,
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to... I just want to make sure...
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era, but setting aside the tangled romances of its characters. In the Crimson Moon era, or...
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And what kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed. The book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
But there's no fight.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need... Very well. Then
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. Thank you.
Mistress of the 7 hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the 2 realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice.
Got it!
I sense a I feel that I'm...
Rev the engines!
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Hurry up, Brassa!
Return to the skies! Full throttle!
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no way we'll be able to reach it!
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see... Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water! Wait, see that? Oh. device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Huh. If we can activate it, we might find some clues. Hey, look at that! Do you think these mechanisms might...
The Lindis. We'll leave the...
I hope this isn't...
The Lindis? Is that Rerear's girl? Oh, yeah.
The Abyss has made... Maybe that's why some...
Whenever I see this waning moon, for me, of all...
Oh, looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Light it up! Here I go! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge!
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the three moons, if it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
Take cover behind the rocks!
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to Oh, Rerir. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. If only I could...
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! The Lindis is full,
It must be.
and there's no time to look. to the iridescent moon's marrow. That must be the iridescent moon's marrow. Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it.
Rise with the sun! Suffer the wrath of Eastling! Wrath from the sky! Burn it down! Show no mercy! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get up, light of the blazing sun!
There! We're so close!
Fulfill our pact! Headbutt! Height! Yeah! Hero incoming! Yeah!
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form in time. If we can purify the abyssal... It's so cold. Is it you?
Huh?
At long last. I'm sorry. The moment the moon should tell me, you look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh, it sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But
Perhaps she took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? All right. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon,
Huh?
oh lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
fall. Witness my rise. What are you waiting for? Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid—
But surely... Oh... We're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina!
I'm fine. Our powers are a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned. At least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rayrier like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay. I can take it.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The Rayrier of Solnari and his wild hunt must be sent back where they belong.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rayrier.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rerir, give it some thought. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
You're the...
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more...
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.